When preparing images for use in the courtroom, there are certain things that are permissible and certain things that are not. In this tutorial, I am going to straighten this image. You can see how the roof line is crooked and this billboard looks like it's getting ready to fall over and so on and so forth, which I think is just an optical illusion from the camera because I don't think this telephone pole is actually leaning to that extent. Whereas I do believe this antenna over here is leaning. But we can straighten this up a little bit, and that is permissible. And let me show you how you would go about doing that in Photoshop CS3. Control R will, hello, come back here. Control R will turn your rulers on. And from your rulers you can pull what are called guides. And to do so, you just want to go over here into the ruler part, place your cursor, click, hold, and drag, and you'll get, in this case, a horizontal line that's going to come down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it to the top of that building, right along in there. There you will see the turquoise line. To bring in a vertical ruler, all you have to do is go to the vertical guide. You go to the vertical ruler, set it up to a place where you can guide it from, and you will be able then to use this as a guide for what is level. Now, there are several different ways that we can do this. One of the easiest ways, though, is to just use the transform tool. In this case, what you have here, though, is the background, and if I try to come up here and do edit transform, it's not going to let me. See how it's grayed out? That is because the background layer is locked. To unlock a background layer, hold down the Alt key or the Option key if you're on a Mac. Keep it held down and then double click on the background. That will automatically turn that into layer 0. And now you'll see that edit, transform, and in our case we want to be able to transform this in any way, shape, or form that we want, which is considered like a free transform. So we want to choose free transform. And what that does is it puts a bounding box around the edges. And if I want to scale the picture, I can do so. But what I want to do is I want to sort of distort this using my guides as my general principle. So hold down the Control key or the Command key if you're on a Mac, and go to one of the corners and click and drag, and see how I am able to just pop that right over and straighten that telephone pole right up. And that has taken care of straightening out my roof line. Now my roof line will not be perfectly straight across because of the perspective of the picture, but now the lines on my billboards are more or less straight. I can come in here and do Control and click on the other side if I want. You just need to be careful that you're not distorting this too much. You're just trying to fix it here. You're not trying to make an artistic statement. To accept that change, hit the Enter key. And this is a high resolution picture, so it took a minute. And I can use my Move tool now. I can actually move that over. And that's relatively straight for the purposes of what we're going for. And notice how I moved that and I can see the transparency behind. Control Z will undo the last thing you did. And life is good. I can now save this picture and it would be ready to use for the courtroom.